Hey, you. Hey, I'm talking to you. You want to philosophize? Well, then stay. Let us philosophize. It came to my mind a few moments ago. I recalled there was a moment in my life when I actually really questioned existence. I really questioned it all, you know. I questioned existence until all my questions started to be answered. Until all my questions started to be solved. I thought I ever felt like God is, somehow playing with us, somehow teasing us. You know why I say that? Because through multiple illusions on earth, right? In this world, right? On this planet, when you think about religion, trying to divide us, trying to make us believe and think and feel like we are different or we are set apart from each other. And yet we are all the same. We are all one. We are because there's unity consciousness we're talking about, there's that divine consciousness we're talking about. So yeah, a moment in my life, no, no, not just a moment, but moments in my life, I questioned and I questioned again and I questioned existence and I did it again. I was like, what do you mean God created us, right? If okay, look at this way. If you are a creator, right, and you create something, it means definitely part of you is absolutely in the part of the creation, the thing you have created, right? Let's take, for instance, God has created this planet, has created planets, has created the galaxy, He has created, you know, dimensions, He has created realms, He has created people, human beings on the planet, He has created plants, animals, and all sorts of things He can imagine to create on this planet. Whether God is a he or a she, because when we look at Ariana Grande saying God is a woman, I want you guys really, this is from my masculines now, the guys. I want you guys to really look at it on a very how can I say it? Pers, pers, perceptive. Look at it at a very perceptive sight or angle, can I say, right? Because she literally says God is a woman. What is that supposed to mean? What is the character of a woman? You know, how is the woman being? How is the being of a woman? You know, I know our ancestors already dealt with balance that a man is not above a woman and a woman is not above the man, right? They are all one. They're just opposites of one entity, which is God, their creator, right? Which same applies to animals. There's always opposites. If there'll be a female animal, there'll also be a male animal, right? I don't know about plants, but I can say, well, a lot of things, most especially on the bodies of human beings, right? Like, my bad, I really didn't notice the camera going a bit down, I was so focused on channeling, you feel me? Back to the channel. What I'm saying is, candlelight is lit. Late at night, I'm meditating. Always liking my solitude, because oh yeah, this makes me remember that at a certain point in my life, I became addicted to solitude reasoning. You know, solitude reasoning. Well, why I'm saying I became addicted to solitude reasoning is because I just loved being by myself. Like I would prefer being by myself than with anybody else. You feel me? Like literally anybody else. Not even God. I wouldn't even talk to God. I would just be by myself. And then I realized God wants my attention so much, so I started giving him my attention. Whether God is a he or a she. You know, Ariana Grande talked about God is a woman. Why did she really think to actually produce that type of song? I want you masculines to think about it, man. I want you guys to think about it. A woman literally creates. Of course, men create too, but what I'm saying is, women, you think about pregnancy, you think about the whole cycle, you think about birth, giving birth. You think about that shit, man, and you will recognize that. Of course, the two, like the man and the female, like need each other to coexist together, right, on the planet, right? That's why they were created opposites of each other, right? Like God did everything deliberately. Like He thought it through. That's why He said in the Bible, or the word said in the Bible, that it is well. It really truly was good, and it was well. Look at it, man. Look at it. Think about it. Now, to my feminists, the females, listen to this. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with women. I'm not oppressing women. I'm not doing any of that shit. I know some people watching this could have a thought of that. But what I'm saying is, I just like philosophizing. God is a woman, and then religion is trying to tell us through multiple churches, called churches, right? Ministries and stuff, right? They be like, of course, Jesus Christ embodied the truth, but he wasn't supposed to be worshipped. Jesus didn't exist on this planet to be worshipped. No, he came on a mission. He came to teach us. He came to enlighten us about, you know, existence, consciousness. Well, if you don't know anything about consciousness, then I suggest you Google it. You start with Googling it. You start with asking around. You start with doing your research, like I did. Realizing the fact that we are consciousness experiencing consciousness. We are consciousness experiencing itself, right? A universe in a multiverse. Forgive me, I like speaking deep talk. I'm just used to it. I am deep. I'm not used to it. It's who I am. It's part of me. I am oceanic. I am so deep. You would think there's something wrong with my mind, but I just unlocked the mind. You know, I mastered the mind. How did I master the mind? I'm tested every single day. Literally, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's only by God or something else, right? But I think it's by God, because He is the Most High. He is the one in charge of all that we experience on this planet. Sometimes I think we really don't have free will because imagine, you're on the planet, right, and everything is already planned for you to happen on the planet. Like when you get born, when you have life, when you experience life, and then when you die, and and what? I don't know what else happens when we're dead, right? How would I know? I've never been dead, right? But we are taught about multiple things about death, right? Anywho, I gave you 9 minutes. I felt like you would, you know, use some good energy, some healing energy. Nature entertained. It is I, the living inspiration for you and for everyone. Forgive me, man. It may have sounded, forgiving man or women. It may have sounded like my words, like I'm getting tongue twisted, right? It's Mercury retrograde. Of course, we're winding up, but you gotta know that some effects hit, right? Anywho, enjoy life, live a humble and make life, speak life, live life one time.